Hey everyone, and welcome back to One Home Podcast. It's been quite a while, that's what I'm saying, welcome back. I'm your host, Marcel. You might recognize my voice or my appearance from some videos we've been posting on YouTube. And today I'm joined by our dear CEO, Satja. Hey Satja.
The previous actor before you.
The previous actor,
The previous actor.
Actually, you used to host the podcast.
The original host.
Yeah, the original host.
The original host.
We're so
Is there
privileged.
a better way to continue after 3 years?
I think this is the perfect
The new
way.
host interviewing the original host.
Yeah, there you go. There
That's
you go.
it.
How do you
That's it.
feel being in the interviewed seat?
Well, I'm not. I used to be really versed to this equipment and everything. So after 3 years, but I still feel that I have it, and maybe we don't have to do too many cuts and so on. So
No
depends
cuts.
on the questions. If the questions are bad,
Yeah,
then
it's pressure's on me.
It's not my fault,
Pressure's on me. Fair enough. Yeah, actually, now that you mention it, I checked before. It's been almost 3 years. So April 2023, it was the last episode of the One Home Podcast. I mean, we titled it Talking Smart Homes, but let's just call it One Home Podcast, right?
With Bruno Johnson, right?
Bruno Johnson, yeah.
I remember that one.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I met him a couple of days ago.
That's the first thing I wanted to ask you. So if we start this episode off, you basically just got off the plane from ISE 2026.
Yeah.
How was it?
I mean, it was nice. The last ISE in Barcelona, actually in the beginning, with all the workload that we have with Light and Building just around the corner and releasing the new product and so on. I was actually planning to skip ISE.
Okay.
But then, there were many factors. Of course, we have a product on the Crestron booth, and many people were calling me if I'll be there and let's meet and so on. And of course, also really important for me was that it's the last ISE in Barcelona. Next year, it's moving to Amsterdam again, and we love Amsterdam as well. But it's really nice in January.
Barça is
to
Barça.
come to Barcelona, 15 degrees, a little bit hotter weather. So yeah, that's why I came back. We didn't have really a lot of time to explore. We were there just 2 days, and also one of our team got sick, so he was 2 days actually in bed. So we have to cut down on some activities. So I didn't really, thoroughly check what is new. I went to the KNX booth. They told me that they're doing something big with KNX IoT on Light and Building. And I went around to say hello to all the friends.
To Brian Johnson, probably. Brian Johnson also.
Brian Johnson as well.
Yeah.
Brian Johnson as well. Of course, this year, one of the milestones at One Home is that we want to finally certify our server product for KNX and with secure and everything. And we are looking for different approaches on how to do that.
Yeah.
One of those approaches is also to certify with KNX IoT stack, which is done by Cascoda and Bruno Johnson, and that's why actually I came to say hi and just to check this and yeah.
Okay, great. So overall, even though you didn't have that much time on ISE, what would you say is should I call it the industry direction? Like, what's maybe the one thing that stands out that's like to you, what you saw?
I couldn't really place one thing that stood out. Normally if I had more time, I would select 50 booths. I would go there, ask them what's new and so on. This time I was more flying. I didn't really talk to that many people regarding, what's new in the fair and so on. For me, what I mentioned earlier for KNX IoT, that's big because, we're waiting for that standard for a long time, and it feels that it's moving really slow. So, if it will really be, if there will be a big announcement at Light and Building, we're looking forward to that. But I was more direct. I actually asked the KNX guys, I asked them, but when will it be possible to retrofit the whole apartment with KNX IoT? the answers varied, but let's say like a common agreement was less than 5 years, right? So that's something to look forward to. Other than that, if I focus on what was new and what new things I saw that Faraday is supporting CrestNet, and that's probably basically it.
I mean, that's what stood out for you. That's what we wanted to hear, right? Now, the question also, since in December we launched One Home Touch, and also recently One Home Touch that we announced the support for Luxon. Was there some debates about that on the fair itself? You got approached a little bit, maybe some meetings. I don't know. The viewers, the listeners, they want to know.
I mean, of course. Listen, we launched this. We did the pre-order for this touch. It has been very successful. So yeah, of course, everybody I met had questions about touch. Various questions from technical to workflow wise or whatever. But I really didn't have that many answers to give. I basically just said like, listen, we are working on it really hard right now.
Yeah, sure.
And yeah, like KNX, we also plan to show something at Light and Building, let's say.
Yeah.
So that's 1 month away. So, basically.
Coming soon.
Basically, nobody will have to wait that long. Just come to Light and Building, and there you will see something more than just a website and what we had up until now. Yeah.
Perfect. I mean, this One Home Touch, it has been quite a journey so far. And I can also say myself, I'm really excited for it, especially the approach we have. I'm more of here at One Home, I mostly do creative stuff and design, so I'm not so technical. But this aspect of the user experience, it's really exciting for me.
I think for everybody at One Home that it's an exciting thing because not a lot of people outside of electricity and KNX and technology can really relate to stuff that is in the fuse box, right?
In the cabinet, yeah.
I mean, of course, it's nice software and everything, but it's not a product that, let's say, a regular person understands. And of course, in a company like One Home, you have all kinds of people.
Of course.
And
me included.
I mean, this is the product that everybody that is more understandable. It's more nice to look at. Everybody knows from the get-go what this is about.
Yeah.
So there's a general excitement about this, and of course, also, it's a big step that also for us that no KNX and no electricity and so on. It's a big step that we'll be able to have a product that you can touch, you can use with tactile input.
Yeah. Exactly.
And also, we're really excited that we'll be able to basically, and to be completely honest, sell more than one product per project, right? Because we see that we have really good relations with many customers, and they're always asking us, guys, if you had more products, that would be great. So now we are actually kind of,
going into that.
Delivering on that, let's say, request. And we're super excited.
We can say that One Home is going more from this one product that does things really, really well, and in its innovation, it goes to an ecosystem a little bit, right? It's a start of it a little bit, maybe.
I mean, when you have a central server, so when you have a server that, you can configure everything with it and gives the user interfaces to users and so on, then you have a really good basis to, do an ecosystem. Of course, One Home, we are bound to some principles, or not bound, but we really like some principles that we can find in KNX and in Matter. And this is that the standards are open and so on. So we don't really plan to, create a closed ecosystem that will brand lock you in, will always be native KNX, will always support open protocols like Matter. But we do believe that, with doing exceptional software, which we feel is, what we can do or is our advantage, you can create, better workflows, better experience, basically better ecosystem, but still KNX native.
Yeah. Built on top of it, basically, right?
So this is the first step, and then, there will be more. Of course, we rarely have plans for more than 1 year ahead. We have many ideas, but we don't set them to stone because of our process that, we always, it's great to have ideas, but you have to verify them on the market. Yeah? So when we decide to do something, then we go in with this verification. So normally our plans are not longer than half year. And, basically I'm saying that just to tell you that beyond touch, we don't know. Yeah?
We'll see. We'll see where it takes us.
We'll create some great software that will create a great experience in some, area of, let's say, smart home. Yeah.
This makes me think of how here at One Home we have always operated in the way that let's take KNX and let's bring maybe a better user experience to it. So in the start, it was like voice assistants, then, making the possibility of using Apple Home, which, Apple, they're masters of UX. So to use Apple Home to control KNX. And I guess this is now the same approach for a touchpad, for a push button. Or what was this initial thought process? What did you see, or what did the product team see is an opportunity on the market for touch? Why right now?
Well, I'll have to think about it a little bit. Mm-hmm. Difficult to really point a finger. We've always wanted to create interfaces that on one hand make it easier for the user to use smart home and that he can use it in a better way. And on the other hand, with the same interfaces, we wanted to make, to put it very simply, make the life of system integrator easier, right? So that he spends less time and, has to return fewer times and so on. We've always been looking from that angle. And of course, we started more with the end users, with voice control. That's where we started. And Apple Home was also along that lines. So we really kind of, created end user demand within KNX, which is not so common. Mm-hmm. Because normally the companies will just communicate or
focus
just deal with system integrators, and then the system integrator deals with the customer, and there's no connection in between. So for us, coming from another angle, we saw that we can make software that makes things better, and then at one point we saw that. We really need to start focusing also on our real customer, who is the system integrator, right?
Of course.
And when we started doing that on the server with system manager, with all the functions, with ETS auto detection, super
traffic
easy
monitor.
Automations, traffic monitor, and so on, we really saw One Home server gaining traction, and there was a lot more reorders than before when we were focusing more on the user end with Apple Home, also Matter. I'm not saying that we will stop focusing on the user end, because one of the things that you want to do for your customer, the system integrator, is that you enable him to bring the best customer experience to his clients, right? So
of course,
it's one of those things. But yeah, now we're looking at it more wide, and of course, if you've seen how one home server works, how the interfaces look, and the innovative approaches that we use, and compare this to maybe some other servers on the market, and for touch, basically we want to do the same thing that we did for the server, so we see that there's a lot of products on the market, but we also understand that these products are mostly done by hardware companies. Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying those products are bad or anything, but I am saying that by doing next level software for such a product, you can create an added value for the end customer, but more importantly also for the system integrator or the system professional.
Yeah, I think this approach of making the experience of the end user as good as possible, because of course the end user is not so familiar with systems and stuff. They just want it to work. But of course, why not do it also for the professionals? Why keep them in the Stone Age if you can bring them to the 21st century, right? And I think this is what we're doing now for the integrator as well, with all these tools. If you look at it, also the approach with touch, how we handle the front end, what the user sees and touches, manages, is really beautiful, really customizable, really easy to use. But also the setup part, the configurator, which mostly an integrator will use, takes the same approach. And I think this is a winning combination. Like, why not make the best experience for both parts?
I mean, I agree with this 100%. You know, when I started with smart homes many years ago, there were no, or even the apps like for smart homes, they were really rare, right? So, and with my previous or in my previous position, not in one home, so that was like 2008 or something like that. We did an app, and it was a great user experience because nobody else had it. But then we saw that smart homes in general, and especially professional smart homes, were focusing a lot on this user end, but not so much on the integrator end. So we see interfaces that can do everything.
Exactly,
everything can be done, but you will spend a lot of time, and they will look like Windows 3.1 and so on.
Yeah.
And in the beginning, we were not so sure if these should be modified or approached, because we saw that some integrators don't really like changes, or they are slow to accept them, because when something works, they tend to go with it for the next 10 projects or even more. But then we said, okay, let's do it for the integrators as well. And this is the process that started already on the bridge, but was really completed on the server. And I think the younger generation, the more modern generation of system integrators, they were really the first ones to accept this, and they were super hyped that now they can do things in a different way and so on. And then gradually, we see that we are also slowly getting under the skin of the more conservative,
chipping away.
Maybe a little bit previous generation, or not previous, but not the fresh generation. Of system integrators.
Yeah. But usually once they try, they see the improvement. I would say, like, when you read some feedback, some people are like, I was skeptical at first, but then I tried and I was like, how, how did they manage stuff before some tools? Like they really find it useful, which is also,
I mean, we
confirms
talk,
the
we
approach,
talk
right?
really, really a lot to our customers, and what we try to do is, because of course, one thing is that you make a nice clean interface, Apple-like, we like to say, and it looks good and it works fast. That's the first thing. But the second thing, which I think it's even more important, is to find innovative ways of how you can solve some pain points with doing better software or with doing great software, right? Of course, one of the first things which we already did on the previous product, on the One Home Bridge, was the ETS auto detection, right? Because we saw that a lot of integrators, they program ETS and then they have to retype all the group addresses into different products so that they get the app and everything. It's time consuming. Nobody really likes to do it, and you can make mistakes, etc., right? So we did this ETS auto detection algorithm, and that was the start. Then we saw that the integrators that used it were like, wow, now can do something in 20 minutes that before would have taken 2 hours or more. And then we were constantly thinking about, how to find more of these use cases, because usually, sometimes they, sometimes your customer, he will tell you directly, this is the case, this is what I need.
This is what I need fixed.
But even more times, he will not know what he needs, because but he'll be describing his pain,
right?
I have to go there many times, or I'm getting all these calls, or
you have to identify the problem.
Once I start the system, it's like they're calling me for this light's not working, that light's not working, etc., right? And from these conversations, then you have to think about how to approach things, to really make the integrator's life better. Mm-hmm. And for example, the last thing that we did, I can give you as an example, is this system monitor, right? So everybody's used to having a traffic monitor, a KNX traffic monitor, right, where you can see what's happening on the bus and so on. But obviously one thing was missing for us there, right? So where did some command came from, right? Mm-hmm. So why? Because this is what the integrator is listening to when he finishes the project. Oftentimes he will get a call like, "Hey, this light turned on, but nobody turned it on, so basically the system is not working." Is the between the lines message. So we said, like, why not enable the integrator to exactly pinpoint the source? And with our system monitor, which is KNX monitor plus something additional, mm-hmm. You can always track the source. So did it come from an automation? Did this come from a phone? Whose phone?
Yeah.
Right. So is it your children's phone, your phone, and so on? And immediately after we released it, we immediately got 5 stories where there was this light turning on, and they found out with system monitor that is a lux setting that went wrong because of the stronger light and so on and so on. So when you actually see the result of this thought process and design process in real world, that really gives you some satisfaction, and you see that you're doing something right.
Yeah, it's the right direction. Yeah, exactly. And for the integrator, of course, I think it really gives them tools like these, give them this confidence. And also, I remember it was like a little bit of a protection also. A customer calls, like you said, they're angry, something's happening, and it might be their family member messing around. But they are angry at the integrator, right?
Yeah. It's a super psychological effect.
Yeah,
because the customers normally, when they move into a villa equipped with smart home, KNX smart home, or other smart home, they're not really 100% sure, how they're gonna handle it. They're afraid it's gonna be too complicated and so on. So if something is not working, let me rephrase that, if they think that something's not working, they lose the trust.
Of course.
And if you're not able to provide a confident and argumented answer fast, not after 3 days, on that call, then the trust can be lost. And they'll start asking other questions. It's like maybe something else is wrong, right?
Yeah.
But if you're able to just say like, hey, wait, 1 minute, you check the monitor and then you tell them like, listen, this came from your kid's phone yesterday, 3 p.m., then, they feel a little bit embarrassed because they basically semi-yelled at you.
Yeah, exactly. It changes narrative a bit.
Also, they'll see that like, okay, this guy, what he's saying, he's delivering on what he's saying, and he knows his stuff.
Exactly.
And that might in the future make them check some things first before calling you. So one call less. Yeah.
One call less. Perfect. That's a win. All right. So now that we've discussed a little bit our approaches to how we do stuff, especially now with touch, we can also say, as you mentioned, Light and Building is right around the corner. Come visit us. Come visit us at Light and Building.
Come visit us.
When is it exactly? Let me check. I know.
It's from 8th to 3rd March.
8 to 13th.
To 13th, yeah. Sorry.
8 to 3rd would be
from
backwards.
8 to 3rd would be impossible. You see, like I'm just off the flight.
Wait, are we building a time machine in one home?
I'm just off the flight, man.
I think Satya knows something.
I'm not really good with numbers,
No, I think Satya knows something. He's building a time machine. He can go from 8 to 3rd.
More on that on Light and Building 28. 28.
Okay, 28. Yeah. Okay, so from 8 to 13 at Messe Frankfurt, so in Frankfurt. You can visit us. We have a booth, and we also
have a booth. And we don't know the booth number now.
Oh, we
know
Hall 11.1, booth C31.
But it's written here, right?
Maybe it's written there. But for those who are listening, Satya, they don't see your finger.
Yeah.
Okay. For those watching, you can go to link where Satya is pointing, and for those listening, you can go check it out at onehome.io/light. Oh, I forgot how do you call this?
Dash.
I'm so sorry. My English is not my first language, obviously. onehome.io/light-and-building, and you can get a free ticket there.
Yeah, we have
a lot of tickets available. So go claim your own, and we'll see you from 8 to 13 at Light and Building, where you can talk more about our approach to how we do stuff.
Or just drink a coffee.
Drink a coffee.
Yeah.
I hear there will also be some DJ or something. I think there will be fun. It will be fun. I don't know.
We are planning a lot of stuff.
But we'll see, right?
But, right now it's 1 month before. We are not sleeping at all, to deliver the best experience.
Exactly.
We are like only doing this all the time. And even if we sleep, we dream about, what needs to be on Light and Building.
Light and Building.
But of course, I don't want to promise because maybe something will go wrong. But no, just kidding. We'll have a super nice booth. You can come there. We'll have refreshments, so water, coffee, and also maybe something with a little bit voltage. And we'll have all our products there. All the employees will be there. German speaking, English speaking,
taken care of.
And there will be also a nice giveaway where you can get some One Home products, or you can get a big prize.
Okay.
More about that later.
Good teaser.
Just to let you know that something is in the pipeline.
Perfect.
We are doing something, so we're gonna create. An event that people come there, and There might be DJ, but right now I'm looking for the mix table and stuff. So, but I'll get it.
I think you can manage.
I'll get it. I think I'll get it.
You're Dr. Satja Lumbar. You can do it.
I think I'll get it. Yeah.
Perfect, Satya. Let's close it at this, right? Let's finish up at Light and Building.
We can finish up. I mean, I don't have any more.
No script.
I read everything. That
no
I
script.
wanted to say, Maybe next time you can call Dr. Smart Home.
Oh, okay. In the white robe.
In the robe. He has more to say.
He's absolutely not Satya.
No, he is absolutely not Satya.
Okay, so
he has a lot to say, not like me. He doesn't have to write things down.
You have to give me his number. I'll call him, invite him to the podcast.
Yeah. I'll give you.
Perfect. Perfect. Thank you so much,
Satya. Poke him on Facebook.
Thank you so much, Satya, for taking the time out of your always busy day. And for our listeners, for our users, our idea is to keep this podcast a bit more regular, not every 3 years. So stay tuned for the next episode, and we'll see you, hear you next time. What do you say, Satya?
We'll feel you.
We'll feel you next time.
Thanks, Marcel, for inviting me. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Come to Light and Building, and follow us. We always have something to say. Smart, not smart,
Thank you, Satya.
Something.
Perfect. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.